So we heard about the 14-hour days. Has that changed the way you guys build now? I know normally you spend months thinking about how you're going to put together your mocks. Has it changed how you do that?
I haven't. I actually have always built my mocks fairly last minute. Generally for a convention. Most of the creations I've ever made are in this size range, and I tend to spend about 4 hours on them. I have a big blue castle in Castle. It's got 3 towers and a tree, and I started that last Tuesday. So that's kind of how I've always built. So I don't know that it changed, but you got to understand that on the show, it is unlike anything else. The pressure of the clock, even if I'm gonna build something in 4 hours or something in 10 hours or something in 7 days, the pressure of that clock being on, and all of the other pressures of talking to Will, talking to the Brickmasters, the production being there with the cameras, and story, kind of trying to draw out our experiences, all of that while we're also still trying to build. It really is unlike anything. I hope I answered your question. Was that Damon? Thank you, Damon.
I definitely build faster since the show. I used to spend a lot of time making decisions, and I make my decisions a little bit faster now. I am enjoying taking my time to do what I want to build, but I definitely found that I'm moving along much faster.
So even before getting on the show, I used to spend a lot of time. Senator, the answer to your question is honestly, a lot of us go home and we start sorting because we realize the power of sorting elements in the brick pit. And And the other thing, like she said, is faster. I think just a lot faster. I've always gotten more efficient, and with more techniques, you always get a lot faster in what you're able to do. So one mock that took me 200 hours, I did a similar mock 3 years later for one of Boone's Belt Challenges, and it was done in a week and a half. So it's just practice, and then there's also little tactics you use like modularity, repeatability, mirroring things, using common repeatable elements on the show. It's a really great boot camp for being a more efficient person to execute things. But one consistent thing I've heard from a lot of people is they don't have the energy to build, so they sort. But also they're inspired to sort their elements into a way that makes them more efficient to build mocks, rather than just a jumbled pile of stuff and you have to search for everything. That's one thing that really helps if you want to be a bit faster, is taking all of the time when you're uninspired to just do the mechanical sorting and storing of elements in a way that enables you to build better. Thank you for your question, Senator.
I've also discovered that my 10-year-old enjoys building repetitive stuff. So if I can incorporate some repetitive modules in an interesting way into a creation, I can build 1 or 2 and hand them off to her and be like, hey, can you make more of those? And she's like, yeah, I'm on it. And she loves it.
Yeah, I believe a lot of windows and things in my buildings were built that way.
By a child labor?
Yes, child labor, by the people in the front row.